Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of GregTech New Horizons. I'm Buford MC, and I've been out exploring, looking for those trees, as I stated at the end of the last episode. Now, I went exploring through a large part of the map. I found a few things. I found a dungeon around here, found some iron bars, bunch of zombies and skeletons inside. I didn't want to go in because I don't think I'm ready to do that just yet. I found some desert over here. Now, over here, there was quite a bit of loot chests I found. I actually found quite a few pieces of loot, and we'll talk about that a little bit later when we get back to the village. I did explore up into some of the snowy parts. I stayed on the ice river because there was some nasty wolves over in the snowy parts. I got a little bit too close to one. One took me out. One had to go back get my stuff, so I was looking up there, and I did go down here as well. And I actually found another one of those hungry node black hole things down here. So I had to run back over here from that. But I came down here eventually, and I found one. There it is. The silverwood tree that we've been seeking. And we're going to try and get a sapling, hopefully, and also some logs. So I also do have a speed boost right here. So I got that. You get some random boost sometimes from sleeping. And it's kind of basically, it's always random. But yeah, so let's get some of this wood here. Hopefully we can get a sapling as well. I think we only need, look at the quest here. I think we only need 5 logs and a sapling. I'll take a little bit more. Now, one of these I think does have some sort of a Thaumcraft node in it. So you do want to be careful of that one. I think it's one of them. I'm not sure which one. It's probably somewhere in the center. So let's take, like, I don't know. Yeah, 16's probably good, and let's see if we can hopefully get a sapling. Okay, I do have a backup sword. You don't have to use the sword, you can use your hand, but it is a bit faster this way. So actually, let's just climb up the tree a bit. Oh yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. There's a node in that one. You can see a little bit of a thing there. If I break that, I think something's going to happen. So, now, the drop rate of the sapling may not be pretty high, so hopefully we can get lucky. I'll just use my fist now. I don't have too much durability on that sword. It is cheap to make. Did I get one? No? Thought I saw one fall there. Hopefully we do get one. Yeah, there it is. We got one. Maybe try and get a second one just in case. Now, I should actually point out as well that you can buy these, and I haven't mentioned this before, but in this tab in the quest book, there was a tab where you can buy a bunch of stuff. One of them is the saplings. And I did consider this, but I didn't actually have enough Explorer coins just yet to do that, so I kept looking for one of these. Now, let's see if we can get one more. If we can get one more, I'll leave it. Now, for the Great Wood Tree, we'll just go back to the village, because we've got plenty of them. I've seen plenty of those all over the place. This is the one that's a lot harder to find. It does stick out, though. Once you see it, you'll know it. Actually, let me see if, no, it doesn't. Okay, I thought for a moment it might actually give you a sapling as a quest reward, but it doesn't look like it does, so let's just keep breaking these leaves so we can get another one. Always better to have an extra one just in case. You will actually notice it has been quite a few days, in-game days, since the last episode. We're now on to day 18, so I have been exploring for quite a bit of time here. And we have finally found this tree, thankfully. Let's see if we can get those. Yeah, we'll just break all the leaves. Yeah, as you can see, though, the drop rate of the sapling is not really high. It's a pretty low chance. I've broken almost the whole tree. I think we've only got one sapling. This is the last of the leaves here, so... Yeah. One more leaf there. Nah, I don't think we got one. Oh, this is something else I want to point out. I've been mining up some of this. This is some aluminum gravel ore, and this is something we'll be using a bit later on. Not quite yet, but I have been digging it up. I've got quite a bit more back in the village. So, grab a bit of this stuff as well. I'm running a little low on some durability here. I've already gone through a whole sword. Actually, there was a bit more leaf right here. Nah, I didn't get one. Well, I could take the rest of these logs, but I think I'll just leave them. So, let's go head back over to the village. Yeah, we'll take the great wood tree from that area. Actually, I also do want to show you something else. There's a node right there. I just saw that. But, I actually learned in this pack there is kind of a zoom feature. So, if you go over to the controls and you type in zoom, you'll find out. Now, this is for the journey map right here, but there is a zoom right here. If you hold Z, you kind of zoom into things like that. I kind of find that interesting. I didn't know that before. But, actually, I want to mention over here, I almost had a disaster happen because, I think you'll see it. Don't know if you can see the part. Yep, right there. There's a hungry node right there. Black hole thing. Almost walked right into it when I was grabbing some of that aluminum gravel ore earlier. Thankfully, I noticed the particle effects in time, and I got out of there, so almost had a disaster happen right there. But we are going to head back over to the village. Eat some food. Speaking of that, also with food, you will notice I have another heart now, a little orange heart there. So something I haven't mentioned before is as you eat more food, you can get some additional hearts as well. So that is something you want to try. So basically, for every food you eat, it does add to the chance of basically getting another heart. I think it's based on the amount of food you eat, you start getting more hearts. So we do want to try eating some new and unique foods to try and get more hearts, which will help give us a better chance of survival. So a lot of different things that we have to consider. Good news was it wasn't that far away for us to find this tree. I did have to I basically traveled in every direction except for the one that the tree was in, but we got there in the end. It was worth it. We found a lot of loot on the way. I'll show you that when we get back to the village. So, hopefully we can do that. There was also some sort of a tower or something I noticed on the way over here as well. Might check that out for a bit. I think that's kind of like a dungeon or something. And yeah, as you can see, that's one of the great wood trees. That's a great tree. There's the tower right there that I mentioned. The village is a little further past that. So, yeah, great wood trees, just a lot more common in general than the silver wood trees. So, that's good news. So, yeah, actually, let's just check this tower out. I'm pretty sure there's a dungeon underneath this. I don't think there's anything of substance inside it. We can check it out for a moment if you want. There should be a door right around here. It is a bit dark. I don't think there's any mobs that spawned in there, but there might be some. Actually, it might be a mob in here. Wanna reckon we go in? It is kind of dark. Yeah, let's see. I think it's just a tower, though. Yeah, it is pretty dark. Actually, it's getting to be nighttime as well. Yeah. Let's not go too far up. It's pitch dark up there. I don't have any torches on me either. So let's just go. Probably have to sleep in a minute. I did actually make a second bed so that I can leave one at the village and I have one for me to travel with. Now, it doesn't set your spawn point, so, you know, I sleep here, my spawn's set, and once I get this, I'll basically just break it. So now, if I were to die now, I'll just end up going back to spawn. So, that is something to keep in mind, but it is better just to have a couple of extra beds. Eventually, I think we'll be able to make a sleeping bag, so that won't be too much of an issue, but for now, we'll just have to stick to beds, because sleeping bag is not something we can make right now. So here we go, we're coming into the village now. In fact, I think I've got a little bit of food on there, so I made some cooked chicken. Use the furnaces, basically just use some wood to smelt it up, planks that is. So, we're coming up into the village again, and Yeah, we should have some of those great wood trees right around. I think we've got a few. Yeah, one there. I think there was another one somewhere down there as well. So we'll go ahead and take... Yeah, no, there's another one there too. Yeah, there's around. No. Got a lot of farmland over there. Yeah, so here we go. Here's our house. And yeah, we have a lot of items on us. Basically have an overflow chest. Did find a couple of pieces of armor as well. Some of these surplus pantaloons of defense. Surplus bonnet of defense. Deflection, warding, a couple of different things. Did find an enchanted book, efficiency 1. So, a couple of interesting things we found there. Let's dump it through a few more items in here. Now, this is where we have some of the other chests as well. This is where I put my valuables, and yeah, I found a couple of things, in fact. So, yeah, silver, lead, bronze. We've got some magnesium ingots, manganese ingots, zinc, invar, raw iron. We have the steel, pig iron, red alloy, ardite. We found some redstones. We found some diamonds. So, a couple of different things. Got a music disc along the way as well. Chrome dust. So, we found quite a few things. I even found this yew longbow, which gives us power 2. I don't have any arrows, so I can't quite use that yet, but that could be useful. And we also found some of these. So, well, I didn't find that. I got that from a quest reward, but we found these rare treasures, which says click to open or keep to trade. Uncommon treasures. So, I was thinking, let's try and see if we can get something from these. Now, I'm not sure exactly what these give you. I don't think it's anything really crazy, but I was going to say, let's try and check it out. Oh, wow, okay. So we got an ender pearl, it looks like. Gold ingots, more diamonds. Potion of invisibility, not bad. Emerald. Now, that was the uncommon ones. This is the rare one. And, wow, okay. Enchanted golden apple. Not bad. Splash potion of poison. Knowledge fragment, gold. What was that one? Decay, wither. Okay, that's not too good. Well, I guess you could throw it at a mob, I guess, so maybe it could be kind of good. So, okay, those worked out quite nicely, and let's go ahead and see what we can get in here. Actually, you know what, let's wait, because this quest's going to give us another one. So let's get the Great Wood Tree and check out what we can get from both boot bags at once. Yeah, see, one there. Yeah, one there. I mean, we got 3 right around us, so they're loaded. They're all over the place. Not a hard thing to find. So, let's see if we can get something from this one here. I have noticed the villager count has come down. I'm pretty sure mobs have been taking them out from the first couple of nights. So, just need a couple of ingots here. Ingots, I mean. Logs. And then, hopefully we can get the sapling relatively quick. Ooh, some gravel in there. Just noticed that. Let's take it, why not? Not sure what the drop weight of the saplings is on this one. It might be the same. Hopefully not. Still nothing. We might have to go a little high under the tree here. I don't think there's any sort of node on this tree, so... Oh, Thaumcraft node, that is. So, I don't think this one has one of them. Let's take that down. And, yeah, so we'll try and get that sapling here. And yeah, once we can get that, this should be the final quest of, well, at least final main quest of the first little quest chapter. And from there, I'll probably be searching the map even more, looking for that base location. I mentioned that before, so that's pretty much what my main goal is going to be here coming up. So we'll see how long that takes, but I'm probably going to do a lot more exploration on the map, looking for a location for us to settle in here a little more permanently, because I'm not going to stay in this village. Not having much luck here with the saplings so far. Might have to go a bit higher, in fact. See if we can get a little bit something. It is taking a bit of time. Oh, the axe just went down as well, so not good. Let's see if we can make it faster. This is a bit of a faster breakage. Anything falling down there? No? Oh, we got one, finally. Alright. Yeah. Any more around? Break a few more leaves. Yeah, alright. I'm not going to be too picky about getting a second one. We didn't get a one for the silver wood either, so... Here we go. Alright, so we'll dump that stuff off, and then we'll claim that quest. Gotta find my house now. There it is, right there. So yeah, the great wood's not nearly as hard to find as the silver wood tree. Silver wood takes a little bit more effort to find. Gotta go searching. Sometimes you get lucky. Some biomes have it a little bit more commonly than others, though, as well. Okay, so let's claim that, and that does give us some coins. Got some loot bags, so let's finish off this episode by seeing what we get. Okay, carrots we already had. Cucumber soup's not bad. Oh, pressure plates and battered sausage. Pretty decent food right there. Alright, so that is pretty good. Maybe not the best, but it's okay. The food chest is completely full up now, so we've got a lot of stuff. I actually want to note we got some human meat from when I died, so that's kind of interesting. I actually did cook it. Gives us decent food. Not the best thing to probably eat, but it is food, so we'll probably eat it. So, anyways, going forward, I think what we're going to do is we are going to look for a base, so I'll come back when I found a location, and I'll see you then. See you next time.